Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Tara with Camille's Creations, and this is a crochet vlog number 2, and it is everything that I've made in the last week. So I already had this in progress. It was a whip last time on the last vlog that I did. And this is a tutorial Christmas gift bag by Jada and Stitches, and she actually does her tutorials live, which, wow, okay, because YouTube's hard, or at least it's a big learning curve. But she did this tutorial live, and I made this with acrylic yarn. And I had already done this Christmas tree in another tutorial, but in this same one for the bag, she actually makes the same Christmas tree again. So I sewed it on the front and added a little bell. She put ribbon in her top of her bag to cinch it up, but I went ahead and just did a chain and added some bells to it. Let me cinch it up for you. But it makes a cute little bag to carry stuff in, or you could use it to wrap some Christmas presents, or you can make it in different colors and it doesn't have to be a Christmas bag. So the good thing about this tutorial is now that I've made this, I can use that technique to make all different kinds of bags, and I really like the way it goes together because you do a chain and then you single crochet around, but then you keep going around and you single crochet around the back too, and then you just keep going around and around with whatever stitch you want. But yeah, that was the first thing I made, or I finished, in the last week. So the next thing that I finished was this skull tote bag. I had already done the squares. There's 18 of them, front and back. This is actually available on my Etsy shop right now. So I have trouble with the straps. Like, what strap do you use? Is it going to stretch too much, etc.? So I've made a strap with an I-cord, and then this strap I got off of How to Crochet Easy Tube Handles for Bags from the Crochet Crowd. I really like the look of this strap. It's nice and thick. It doesn't seem to have very much stretch to it, so I don't have to worry about this bag going down real far if you have it full. But it took forever. Like, it took forever. And I'm not sure if that's because it's just a little difficult, because basically you do like 5 rows. Oh no, kitty cat. No. I don't know if it's because you do like 5 rows of 7, and then you start going around and around and around, and it's hard to hold to get your hook in there. But I also doubled the yarn, and I didn't go up a hook size, so maybe that's why it was so difficult. Maybe that's why it took me so long. I don't know. I'm still experimenting, so. But it turned out really cute. I like it. I will probably make another one because I've already had several people comment about how much they love this skull tote. I'm going to do some other items with this skull granny square. And I can't honestly tell you who taught me how to do this skull granny square. There are so many out there on YouTube, and I pretty much watched every one. And I tried to go through my history, and I can't find which person's skull granny square did I use. I don't know. So go look up skull granny square and follow one of the tutorials and make yourself a tote. Or go buy my one skull tote off of Etsy. That would be awesome. So that was number 2 that I did in the last week. So then I did this tote bag, and it's just a circle square tote. Again, I can't tell you whose tutorial I followed. I've pretty much watched them all. This has 4 rows for the circle part. So yeah, it's pretty easy. This one went together really quick. For the strap, I just did double crochet all the way around. It's nice and roomy. I also thought when I was finished, I thought this strap was a little bit plain, so I went ahead and added this chain stitch on the top. So it like gave it a little bit of pop. So that is my circle granny square tote bag. Probably put it on Etsy too. I already have some totes that I've made. I don't need to keep all of them. I really like this one. One of my daughter's favorite colors is pink, but she said it was too pink. She wants baby pink. So maybe she'll get one in baby pink. So that's number 2 tote that I made this week. And then I made this little chicken. So for this chicken, I followed the Chicken Crochet Amigurumi pattern by Stellar Crafts. And I'll link everyone that I've mentioned on YouTube down in the description so that you can follow it. But I really enjoyed making this chicken. I used the same yarn that I used for my crochet basket. It was like a number 6 bulky. And in the tutorial, she shows for this to also be in bulky, but I didn't have any red. So I think she wanted 3 double crochets here, but I went ahead and did 5 to kind of make it like wiggly, like a real chicken comb is kind of like floppy. So yeah, I really like this chicken. I think I'm gonna have to make more. There's already like 2 people in this household that wants my chicken, so I need to make some more and do it in some different colors. It was really simple to stitch up. It was all the tutorials I've watched mentioned in this one were really good and easy to follow and very clear. So if you're new to crochet, that's a good thing there. It's nothing worse than getting in the middle of a project and you don't know what they're doing. It's like, wait a minute, I don't understand. So yeah, that's my chicken. So after I made the chicken, and I've made some other things that started off the same way. So I went ahead and made, the chicken. I messed up again. So I went ahead and made this basket. It basically started the same way the chicken did. I just didn't decrease to shape it, and I stopped when it got to the height that I wanted. And I made this out of braided cording, and I crocheted it. And this cording calls for a 6mm hook. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not like, there's no way. I don't know why they have it labeled that. So I used a 9mm hook, and I tend to crochet tight, if y'all haven't noticed yet, but yeah, I tend to crochet tight. So I had to really loosen up to get the increases on the bottom done. It was a good practice for me to loosen up my stitches and to get everything, because when I increase you have to do 2 in 1, so the regular loop that I was making was not big enough, so I had to go back and practice making that nice and loose so that would fit. But I really love the way this turned out. It's a nice size. I made it to sit on my end table in my living room to hold all my remotes, because suddenly I have like a TV remote and a air conditioner remote and a fan remote and a light remote. It's a lot of remotes. Plus the little laser light to play with the kittens with. I'm putting that in there too. So it holds quite a few things in this little basket. Maybe I'll do a tutorial of this. I mean, all these rounded objects seem to start the same way. It's like you can do 6 or you can do 8 or you can do 12, but the next round you're going to increase by double, and then the next round you're going to increase by however many you started from. So I think I did this with 8, so it's like 8, 16, 24, 32. Am I doing my math right? I think I am. So they all the rounded objects increase that way. So yeah, maybe I'll make a tutorial out of this. So that's all I made this week. 5 objects, and I'm really proud of myself. And I will be making more. I already have a list of things that I want to make this week. I'm also joining the My Yarn Mystery Yarn Challenge for 8/24, so August 2024. And it's her last one, Lori the Armchair Chef. It's her last challenge that she's doing in that manner. I think she's probably going to do some other challenges, but not quite as big, because she's been having to like mail off yarn and stuff and keep track of people's addresses and things. I think I'm going to also for the mystery yarn challenge, so I sent yarn and I'm supposed to be getting yarn, so that'll be another video that I do for a mystery unboxing. And then I have to create something out of it. I've already, I love tote bags. So I already think, okay, I know I'll be able to make a tote bag. Maybe I'll try for something different. And then another part of that challenge is I signed up to complete a whip. So I'm going to be completing this cardigan that I started when I first started back crocheting at the end of last year. I started a cardigan for Ryan, my husband, and I wanted to have it for him. Let's see, I started that I think in like August or September, and I was going to get this cardigan done, and it was going to be done for him to wear in the winter at school. That didn't happen. It's interesting to go back to. I looked at it today because it was one of the first things I stitched. I was doing pretty good doing those double crochets. It's kind of a plain cardigan. I think I could do more of a challenging one than that, but I want to complete it. He's about to start teaching again for the year, and he wears cardigans year round. I guess it's cold in school for him or whatever, so that is what I will be working on this week. I might go ahead and start a blanket for the Camp Boggy Creek that everyone's doing and mail it to, I don't know, it's Juan, the Yarn Addict, or what is her name? I'm gonna look it up here. You'll have to splice this, dear. Oh my gosh, it's taking too long. Do I sound okay so far?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost 14 minutes.
No, that's good.
So I can almost do a video without having to mess with it. I just get flustered sometimes.
Yeah, but you could have just moved on.
Yeah. And then my phone's being slow. Nina's knots. So, if you do a blanket for Camp Boggy Creek, if you go and look at Juan the Yarn Addicts channel, or Nina's Knots Crochet, I think it is, if you look at her channel, they're both accepting your blanket. So you can do your blanket for Camp Boggy Creek and you can mail it to them, and they've got their addresses and everything. But also Nina's Knots Crochet, I hope I'm saying that right. She's also accepting granny squares. So if you don't want to do a whole blanket, then you can do granny squares and mail to her, and then she will sew the blanket together for you. Well, not the whole blanket, but she will take all the granny squares that she has been donated, and she puts them together and makes blankets out of them to send. So, yeah. Now I'm lost again, dear. What else was I going to talk about?
I don't.
I think that's it. So I hope everyone's having a good week. I will do another video and see if I actually got any of this crochet work done, the plans that I have for this coming week, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.